I arrived last year in Formula One with Alpine. Alpine was P10. From P10, we've done a good jump, but we just at the beginning. It's a really demanding time, to managing a team like Alpine. But I love it.
Welcome, everybody, to this week's F1 Beyond the Grid, and I'm delighted to say that we're joined by Flavio Briatore. Flavio, it's great to have you on the show again.
Good morning.
How are you?
Oh, super. Very well.
Good. Now, I wanted to ask you, first of all, how busy you are, because there's a lot happening in Formula One with Alpine, but do you still have all of your other businesses going on in the background?
Make Formula One easy. No, sure.
How do you juggle everything?
Oh, but, first I sold a big part of the business, the food and beverage, last year. So now I pretty much organized. I have a young manager, and normally I spend 1 hour a day for food and beverage, if you want, and the rest is Formula One. Formula One keep 90% of my time.
Look, and how much are you enjoying your racing this year? Because you've already doubled the tally of points from 2025. The team feels like it's really buzzing at the moment.
Not forget, we done the agreement with Mercedes. It changed a lot our performance in the track, and give more motivation to everybody. And I enjoying the way I arrived last year in Formula One with Alpine. Alpine was P10 because it was not Cadillac yet. It's not your P11. But from P10, we done a good jump. We've done a good jump, but we just at the beginning.
How different is Team Enstone today to when you last ran it 20 years ago?
The building is the same. Maybe we have the simulator, this is different. There is a few new machinery and this and that, but the team is the same. The quality of the people is good, and we have a lot of young people in the team in Enstone. I don't see any difference, The entrance is the same, my office is the same, and everything is the same. I don't see. Everybody is very competitive. It's Formula One. It really not change. The DNA of Formula One never changed.
And the DNA of the team hasn't changed? Because I remember you 20 years ago as a team that was full of just out-and-out racers with some big characters like Jonathan Wheatley, Alan Permain.
Now both are team principal, and they're very happy, because I have a fantastic career in Formula One, both guys. But, in Formula One, we are very good to creating a monster. And now is the time to build up again a team, to build up again the motivation, and make sure the people are doing the right job in the team, and make sure the people is motivated, make sure everything is transparent, and is a really demanding time, to managing a team like Alpine. But I love it. I back in my job, if you want. I've done quite well in Benetton, in Renault. And now I try to help Alpine to be competitive. And we need doing everything is possible to motivate everybody to doing the best job is possible. And the result is always Sunday. We have a company, our balance sheet. Normal companies presenting the balance sheet every 6 months. Our balance sheet is every week. But you need to put everything together. You need a little bit of time.
How difficult is it to build a winning team these days by the time you've factored in gardening leave and budgets? And is it harder to build that team today than it was 20 years ago?
Yeah, because the price of the people is changed as well. Everybody is looking the same river. We need looking outside of the Formula One. Formula One is it's very difficult in one way. It's very simple at the moment. But we complicate in Formula One a lot. We have an hour of the meeting about for nothing. And we need concentrated to the performance of the product you have. I believe whatever product you have, the system is the same. You're managing people. For this, we need looking as well outside of the circuit of Formula One to have the right people, to have the right job, etc., etc. I mean, as well, it's a lot of the new blood, or new people enthusiastic to working for a racing team, and maybe it's not in the racing team yet. We need fishing, all these kind of people as well.
But where are you doing your fishing, as you say? What industries are you looking at?
University, aerodynamic, and etc., etc. You know, in automotive. We believe is a lot of talent around the world, especially now. You know, especially now is a lot of the young talent. We need the capacity to individuate the right people for doing the right job. And this is the effort I do it myself. I do it with my people. I do it with the engineering and. Like the racing team this year is much, much better than not last year.
But would you agree that Formula One is a unique ecosystem where some people find it hard to survive, right? Coming in from other industries, some people find the way things are done here, just the intensity of it, it's 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Not everyone wants that.
Yeah, man, if you see in the food and beverage business, the same. You work in summer, you work in Christmas, you work in New Year's, you know. It's the same. You tell me Formula One is very demanding. I tell you about the restaurant, it's very demanding. I talk about restaurant, important restaurant. You know, you don't have day off. Basically, you have the day off. Summer you're working, winter you're working, and Christmas you're working. New Year's is the best night. So we don't need creating Formula One is the more difficult, tough, and this and that and that. Is that the one business is much tougher than a Formula One. Okay. And you make less money in a Formula One.
Are you putting a time scale on when you want to be challenging for the World Championship? Because other teams are doing that. Williams have come out recently saying 2030 they want to be challenging for the title. Audi have given the same timeline. And of course, the people currently challenging for the World Championship want to still be there as well. Not everyone can win. What's your timescale for Alpine?
I don't have it.
What did you make of Laurent Rossi when he was in charge of Alpine? He said, you know, we need to be successful in 100 races.
I don't know him at all. I never talked with him. And really, I don't know what he's talking about. Or whatever he was talking was wrong.
Yeah. Okay, so there's no timeline. Can we talk drivers? Last year, you re-signed Pierre on a long-term deal. Why was that important for you?
I believe Pierre is one of the top 6 drivers. All right. In the end, first we need fixing the car. In the end, we need the performance of the car. And after that, I don't think so the issue for me in this moment is the driver. The issue for me, I have a much better performance in the car. The moment you have the performance of the car, you're looking for driver. But I'm happy with Pierre. Pierre is very underestimating driver, if you want. And for me, if you want to put the group, the leading group, don't ask me the name because I never tell you, but the leading group, Pierre is one in the top 6. And Franco, we don't know. If you see last year Antonelli, nobody believed it. Last year, the performance of Antonelli in 2026. And Franco is integrating much better in the team. He's improving a lot, mentally, technically, relationship with the team. You know, let's see. The same we done it with Renault. When I take Fernando, you remember Fernando? I sent 1 year Fernando in Minardi to understand, and after I chose Fernando to replace Jenson Button. Your guys will go crazy. All the British press go crazy. Oh,
I don't think we
fired the world champion to take the Spanish guy and blah blah blah. I always tell you, only the future tell me if I was right or not. I was right.
You were right. You were right. But I think we did recognize the talent.
No, after. Sure, you recognize after when start winning race. Absolutely. I remember the press conference I done it in the motorhome with your guys. Everybody, because you managing the guy, because of this and that, because of this and that, you fire the world champion, blah, blah, blah. Okay, anyway, story is the same. First, let's see to improve in our technical department. And after that, we're looking for what kind of possibility we have. Just 2028, we have an agreement with Pierre. He's doing a super job.
Has he stepped up into the sort of team leader role as you would have hoped?
Yes, 100%. Little by little, you start knowing better, and honestly, he's a leader. He's a leader. He's very well integrated with the team, and he's working very hard in the simulator. Maybe too much. Again, the simulator now is we have a double race. We have the race in the track. We have the race in simulator. But Pierre is very nice guy, very nice family, and the team is very transparent with him, and him is very transparent with us. Only this way you're working together. A lot of time the team try to keep secret, to keep this and that. With me, no secret anymore. With everybody, you be transparent. Everybody know what he's doing, etc., etc. Only like this you improve in the team.
This episode is sponsored by Car Gurus. There are a few big purchases in life where you know you really need to do your research so you don't get stung further down the line, and buying a car is one of them. I know whenever I've looked in the past, the sheer number of options can get a bit overwhelming. Almost every listing can look brilliant in the photos, but the tricky part is figuring out what's actually a good buy once you start digging into the details. And before long, you've got dozens of tabs open, comparing prices, mileage, and features, trying to work out which cars are genuinely worth your time. That's why I'd suggest anyone thinking about buying a car take a look at Car Gurus before anything else. Because instead of just showing you listings, Car Gurus helps you make sense of them. In fact, Car Gurus is the only site in the UK that shows a deal rating on every car, from great deal to overpriced. So it's easier to judge whether a car is fairly priced based on its condition. And all the important details are right there up front too. Vehicle history, price changes, and dealer reviews, which makes it much easier to narrow down your options. There are hundreds of thousands of cars available from top-rated dealers, and you can even set up alerts for price drops and new listings, so you never miss something worth looking at. So go to cargurus.co.uk for complete vehicle details without any surprises. That's Cargurus, cargurus.co.uk. Cargurus.co.uk. Cargurus. Search, buy, sorted.
Can I ask you more about Franco? Because we have seen an extraordinary turnaround by him this year. Why do you think that is?
We're working very hard with him. He's moving to Monaco. I see him a lot in Monaco. We're talking a lot with him. This young driver arriving in Formula One with a lot of pressure. And to settle mentally is not easy. We need help him. We done a lot of work with Franco, and now little by little the confidence arrives. Him have a talent. Okay, just forget. Him have a talent. I don't know at what level of talent we arrive with him, but sure him a talent. This is 100%. Like Antonelli last year have a talent. This year, show up the talent. And Franco is not show up the talent completely because still in this way. But honestly, if you tell me, I don't know. Let's see.
Okay, Flavio, can I remind you of a quote from Drive to Survive?
Yeah, I don't know.
This series. You are the problem you have to understand, is what you said to Franco. Was that a bit much? Do you regret being that hard on him?
No. It's always this feeling about the driver is untouchable. And the mechanic is working day, night. Last night, at least our mechanic is finished at 2 o'clock in the morning. But when you talk about the driver, you need very careful to talk with the driver, very careful this. No, it's not like that. The driver is the managing director of the company. The driver is bringing the result to the team. And you need to tell the truth, what I believe it, and you tell to the driver. I don't go in the back to talking with the press, talk about, you know what? No. I go in front to him and talk about this is the problem. What is the problem? It's you. Simple as that. Now, the problem is not the problem anymore. because Franco is performing well. At the time, it was a problem. I tell him, between you and Pierre, you have 1,000 people working for your guys. And you need to respect these 1,000 people working for your guys. Sure, with different salaries. You need to demonstrate to me you doing everything is possible to perform.
It's a confidence game, this, isn't it? Is that
100%.
Is that the main difference we've seen in Franco?
The confidence is there. And, before you had the briefing, he was looking always what Pierre doing, I told him, it's wrong. You need driving the car in your way. You don't need driving the car thinking about the telemetry, this and that. You have a talent. And I tell Franco, you need driving the car like you enjoy driving the car. This is the job you like. Enjoy the job.
Yeah. Talking about enjoying the job, when he did the show car run in Buenos Aires, and what was it, 600,000 people came out to watch him. That was just before Miami when we saw the turnaround. I mean,
our turnaround was in the beginning already. Yeah, it was already.
You saw it already before that.
It was in the beginning already, but sure. Yeah.
Actually, there was he did a defensive masterclass in China, didn't he?
Yeah. I never believe it. I believe in 10,000, 20, 500,000 people to see nothing because everybody was behind to everybody. You have 500,000 people see nothing, and the strange is Franco never won nothing. I still don't understand these 500,000 people or more, or 600, standing there for Franco. I know, really, I don't understand.
You've always seen the bigger picture in Formula One. Would you like to see a race in Argentina, back in Argentina?
If I still have Franco, yes. If I know Franco, I don't care.
Well, Flavio, give us an exclusive. Is your intention to retain Franco for 2027?
If Franco is performing like he's performing now, and the relationship between Franco and Pierre is like now, it's the same we have with Alonso at the time, with Fisichella, with Trulli, super relationship. Why not? I prefer I know Franco very well now. We know Pierre very well. We are in the moment to build up technically to build up the team. Consistency, maybe. We have plenty of race to go just to the end of August. And before the summer break, we decide.
In the past, your main successes have come based around one big driver. It was Michael Schumacher at Benetton, obviously, then Fernando at Renault. Do you think, the icing on the cake for Alpine to be challenging for world championships, do you need a Max Verstappen in the team? Or can you do it a slightly different way this time?
First, I need the wallet. I don't have this kind of money, I agree. Max is super driver. Is the Alonso, the Schumacher. In this moment, is number one driver. I believe as well. If you are a competitive car, you see Max. The moment the Red Bull was a supercar, like we have Mercedes now. No, Mercedes is a supercar. In delivery, incredible result. And if you tell me 6 months ago between Antonelli and Max, you take, everybody take Max. Now I think so. Toto have a drama because he never expect Antonelli so quick. I love a drama like Toto, but
it reminds me of McLaren 2007, Alonso and Hamilton.
Fernando, because Rondenis underestimate Hamilton completely. You remember, Rondenis was take one of my driver, Kovalainen. And Rondenis at the time, estimate Kovalainen was a superstar. I give to him because I believe he was not a superstar. After that, we arrived into the two guys, Fernando and Hamilton. After one race, Rondenis started understand how quick was. Now it's the same situation happened to Toto.
Yeah. Different topic. Can we talk Gucci?
Yes, I love it.
Are you? You're going to be the best looking team in the paddock next year. Is that the plan?
We work in 6 months, 7 months, and for 5 months, nobody know. We negotiated with Gucci because we have only a few people involved in the negotiation. After the moment, you involve more people and everybody talking, etc., etc. Gucci is still one of the 3 best brands in the world. I need something in my team to upgrading the name of the team. Upgrading, most important for me was Gucci, Alpine go up, because Gucci is up already. And we have the first luxury brand in the car in Formula One. We have Louis Vuitton, is part of the sponsor of the event. Gucci is in the arena. And for this was so big interest, if you want, in the Gucci deal. It was 1.2 billion visualization.
Yeah, that's huge. Yeah,
you see all the media. Was crazy. And more important, the people for Gucci is very enthusiastic to be in Formula One. So you reckon we remotivate everybody in Gucci. Gucci needs remotivating. So I believe it's a super deal with both, with the team, with Gucci brand, and with the finance as well. We have from Gucci.
Yeah, I saw they photographed their summer collection in Monaco, so they're already
super. We're doing the merchandising. We're doing one line of merchandising every shop Gucci, and you see, we have the place I have in Monaco in the beach. La Rose de Vent now is branded by Gucci, and you have every day girls arriving with Gucci dress with Instagram to make sure this is the restaurant. We are already last year fully booked because this place is fully booked from the moment they take over. But now we are over fully booked, and what is amazing is that all the women are arriving with Gucci dress. It's unbelievable. I believe it was a successful deal.
If I say to you, this feels like Benetton 2.0, is that an accurate comparison of what you're trying to do here?
100%.
You are trying to do
100%. Benetton was, we are a t-shirt maker. You remember Ron Dennis? Ron Dennis, on that time, you never make it because you're so good to make a t-shirts, and this is different business. And this is what you asked me first. It's no different business. It's managing people. And we've done it with Benetton, with 0 -12 experience. I never see a race in my life. I never see a Formula race once. Only one guy I know for Formula One was Jackie Stewart, because he was living in my building in New York. And Jackie at the time was the face of the Ford. You see him in television all the time in the spot.
Did you chat to Jackie back in the day?
I remember. I put the contact with Jackie. I had the contact with Jackie. And after 2-3 races, Jackie said, you're in the So, Jackie, I know myself I am in the I fire him. And
you fired Jackie?
Yeah, I fired Jackie Stewart. And we stay very good friends, At the time, I know I am in the trouble. If I tell somebody to help me, tell me, you are in the trouble, I don't need any help. I know myself I am in the trouble. Mm. And our collaboration was finito.
Look, final topic, Flavio, is just where Formula One is at. Because I think Gucci coming in says great things about Alpine, but it also says great things about the sport of Formula One. Just how much more do you think Formula One can grow? Do you think there's still a lot of room?
Formula One, the moment Liberty take over and the moment Stefano is in charge, is growing massively in very quick time. If you see all the sponsors Formula One have the best sponsor in the world, between what we have in the car, what we have in the to sponsor the event, etc., etc. We have a Gucci now in the car, and we have a Louis Vuitton as well. It's the 2 luxury brands in the world. Stefano realized as well to have a Gucci in Formula One is a big brand. To have both brands like this in the basket of Formula One, I believe is fantastic. But Formula One now, the level of Formula One is very high. You was very young at the time of Benetton. we tried to race in America, and we had the agreement, including Ron Dennis, because he was always the difficult guy, to pay for racing America. Nobody wants us. And now we go to Austin, and we have 500,000 people for the weekend. What the people done, I'm friend with Stefano for a long time, but he's done a super job. Super job.
You've always been very close to the movers and shakers at the very top of Formula One. You're very close to Bernie Ecclestone. You're very close to Stefano now. How different is Stefano's way of running the sport to Bernie?
Both are successful. Stefano is much more open. And is much more modern, if you want. And it's two different ways. And Bernie was one-way boss. Okay? Stefano thinking about, and every time he's working much close with the team. He's working close with the sponsor. Is more disposal to the team principal, whatever. Both in different time have a very good success. But the Formula One will never be successful right now. This is the reality.
Flavio, it has been a real pleasure to catch up again. Thank you very much for your time. Final question. Who's going to win the World Cup?
Football. I hope Brazil.
Why Brazil?
I don't know, because Ancelotti is the coach.
And is he a friend?
Yeah. No, he's not my friend. I know him very well. And if I want to pick up some team, I believe Brazil is the more talent club in the World Cup. Plus, it depends on the coach if put all this talent together. But I think so. I support Brazil. Yeah, Brazil.
Flavio, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.